Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rift Kids Craft Corner. How is everyone doing? I'm about 3 minutes late. That's not too bad. Usually there's other times I'm later than that. But no, 3 minutes isn't too bad. We talk to Audie. Morning, Audie. Yeah, good. So I'm here. Usually Audie comes on just to, just tell me you're doing good, lovely work, all that. Oh, there she is. It says 2 people here now. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rift Kids Craft Corner. How is everyone doing? I am doing amazing, actually. I am going to do more snowflakes. I need to do snowflakes. And I need to talk to, well, actually, I'm going to talk to Audie for a second because I need to ask her a question. Because she knows my mind sometimes. Just like my husband. He knows my mind. Am I right, Audie? Okay, where's my... there's the color I'm after. Okay. Have you ever looked at your project and said, okay, I know I'm supposed to do the border. But you look at your border and you find out, oops, you put the wrong type of material on it. Have you ever done that? Like you wanted to go full cotton and you thought you were using cotton this, cotton that, and you find out it's acrylic? Have you ever done that? Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Good morning, Palmy. Well, that's what happened to me. What am I doing? I'm going with another project. By the way, that one's turning out gorgeous. Oh, I'm excited about it. She think okay, what's hilarious is the one that I was doing for the not the temporary, but you know what I'm talking about. Good morning, Palmy. How you doing? Okay, so only on test projects? Okay. Well, last night I was looking at my done borders. I know it sounds stupid, but I did. I felt that I went and felt the material. Does that make sense? I felt the yarn. I'm like, something's off here. It does not feel like cotton because I want 100% cotton. You know, Mia. And I was looking at it and I'm like, I'm not liking this. And find out that it's acrylic that you did that with. I was like, well, I can use those extra ones later on in other projects if I take the border off. So, if you're curious, what I'm talking about is I've been taking off the border off of other snowflakes that I've done. I'm talking about the border of the, what was it I was trying to tell you? I know what it is. It'll come to me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rift Kids Craft Corner, where sometimes you can have indecision. Sometimes you can decide, I don't like something, and you look at the project. Well, at the time, I didn't have all my, you remember when I first started it, I didn't have my cotton at the time. And then I got my cotton wool and I was like, yeah. So long story short, I'll be doing some frogging. Not a lot, but some. Okay, that's fine. I hope you have fun at work. So anyways, back to what I was saying. That is what my my agenda is. It's not to frog. I still have a lot of snowflakes to still work on. A lot. But I was looking at my material. I was looking at my material and I'm like, well, what do I want to do? I kept looking at my material and I'm like, what do I want to do? And I kept looking at it and I'm like, well, there's acrylic on it. I could just take the acrylic border off and that should keep all my white, the white what am I doing? So that's my dilemma today. I don't want to do the frogging on live, but I have a few. I need a frog, if that makes sense. 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, just wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever done that where you were working on a project, you realized, oh, wonderful. What do I do now? And that's where I was last night. I was looking at it, double looking at it, triple looking at it. Does that make sense? And I kept saying in my mind, I was like, it doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. And this is for my bed, and I want to have 100% cotton on my bed. So yeah, it's one of those type of situations. So I don't know if I should do the frogging on live or if I should wait until offline. Although I already started offline, but yeah. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know if you agree with me. Because it is acrylic on cotton, and I want full cotton. And I have the cotton yarn. You know that. You saw me get loads of it. Do you think I should frog it and then do the border later? What in the world? Okay, hold a second. What? Oh, that's what happened. Like, that doesn't look right. So, Audie, what do you think of my idea? Do you agree with me in my thinking? Seriously, I done a lot of thinking last night, looking at my project, because this is a big project. Exactly. I'll show you what I mean. What the burps? What the burps? Give me a moment. I dropped some stuff. That's not fun. That's one thing I'm looking forward to when we do end up moving. No more dropsies. Right here. I just don't know why they're dropping, but hey, they're dropping. That should be up there. Okay. Sorry about that. This right here is not cotton. This is acrylic. This here is cotton. Exactly. Where's the other one? I've done a lot of research in my mind. This here is acrylic. This is cotton. So I need to do frogging. I feel that's the best thing to do, and just keep the colors of this, and this for the border. Now, they will be different, like one will have this color, one will have this color, and one will have this color. So that's what my dilemma is. So I just thought I would talk to you about it. So let's work on the and that's the thing. I didn't know if I should do the frogging, because sometimes you have to show your mistakes too. Am I right? So yeah, that is my thoughts, patterns, and just thought I would ask your opinion. That's all. So I can do the frogging, but would it be right to do the frogging while I'm doing live? Or should I just wait until after the fact? So, good morning, everyone. That's my dilemma. That's my thought pattern. Been doing that all night, thinking, what did I do wrong on my project? Not that I did anything wrong, but I mean, there's different care, like you said, there is different care instructions. And remember, this is for my bed. This is for a queen size bed, and I want it to be. I also made a decision of how I'm going to put it together. It's called crochet as you go. So I'm going to do the bordering a different way than I was going to do originally. So yeah, just thought you would like to know what my thought pattern is. Because seriously, when I looked at it and I was like, this just doesn't look right. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like cotton, and it needs to be cotton. So that's my dilemma. What are your thoughts? I would love to hear it, Audie. Anyone else who comes in and is a crocheter, what are your thoughts? Have you ever dealt with something like this in your mind where you're like, I don't want to do it this way, or I need to change it? No, my husband's not a crocheter. I'm going to tell you that now. He doesn't understand how to do knots, to be honest. It's the truth. I am not lying. You've told me that, remember? Jeff?
What's that?
You told me you don't know how to do knots.
I know how to do a couple of knots.
Yeah, I'm talking about for crochet.
No, forget that.
Yeah, he goes, I know, forget that. That's why I laughed. Well, it was the same way with knitting. His mom was teaching him how to knit, and he's like, no. Don't get me wrong. I do know how to knit, but I only know how to knit the basics. But I thought I would just talk to you about it and see what you guys think. It really has come to that point where I looked at it and I'm like, should I frog it on live or should I just go back to my just crocheting and do the frogging offline? Or could I do one frogging online? What would you suggest? Oh, Margles! So that's my dilemma. So I have a few. Exactly. So you understand what my dilemma is then. I've done some looking into it and I'm like, it just doesn't feel right to me. I have like I'll show you how many I have that I need to undo, if that makes sense. Would you like to see how many I need to undo? And I don't think it'll take me very long anyways to frog it. Three. Let me know your thoughts. Do you want me to frog online? Would it be okay with you guys if I frog online? Okay. So the amount I have is just this much. It's not much at all, believe it or not. And I know how to work my hands. My hands work so fast, it's not funny. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our goal is 8. Come on, let go of 8. Thank you. 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that one's acrylic. That one's fine. It's the cotton ones that's not fine. But that one's acrylic. That's cotton. That's cotton. That's cotton. This one's definitely acrylic. That's cotton. 10, 11. 12. 13. 14. 14 of them I need frog. 15. I think this might be. This is acrylic on the outside. I'm trying to feel. But yeah, I can tell the cotton. This is the cotton right here. And how you can tell the difference is it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I really want to frog and then do crochet. Because trust me, I'll have it frog pretty quickly. So that's why I asked. Would you be okay with me frogging? And okay, what happened here? Ah, there. Nope. No. There. There we go. I have to frog. I'm sorry. It's driving me nuts. Has that ever happened where it... Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna frog. First frog, then crochet. I just think that's a thing that's been bugging me, and I really need it to be, because I'm looking at my snowflakes and I'm like, well, I've already gotten like 75 or 80 snowflakes done now. Another thing I decided on is I want it all white. Does that make sense? I want it all white, meaning I want the snowflake to be 100% white. No colored ones. Does that make sense? I did a lot of thinking last night. As you can tell, frogging's pretty quick. Done with the first frog. What I usually do is I'll take the thing and I'll go like this, wind it up on my finger. I can keep these for something else. And it helps me. Did you know when you frog something, it kind of helps you de-stress also? That has happened to me too, where I have to kind of de-stress and calm down after the day or after the whole week that you've had and all that. And there we go. That's better. So yeah, I'm going to defrog real quick. It won't take me long. I think it'll take me only maybe about 30 minutes to defrog all this. And then we'll go to crochet. Is that okay? I'll let you watch what I'm doing. So yeah, I can use this again. I can use this yarn again. And I love the yarn. Don't get me wrong. It's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. But yeah, just frog. So I'm just going to frog real quick. Think that needs to be done. There we go. Oh, okay, frog. Thank you. I'm saying it wrong. Ah! Okay. Now I can check this. Yeah, that's cotton. If I'm unsure, I'll put it right there. If I'm unsure, I'll put it in a different area, but this is definitely cotton right there. This isn't, but this other part is. So we're frogging at the moment. This one's absolutely one of my favorite color yarns. Like, favorite. It came on smoothly and it's coming off smoothly. So we are frogging at the moment. It won't take me long, I promise. But I looked at it and I'm like, it doesn't look right to me. I love the color though. It's like one of my favorite colors. And I'm like, I love the color, but it's not all cotton. And I need all cotton. Because it's going on my bed. And my husband and I are 100% cotton, 100%. Well, we don't like acrylic, but 100% cotton, 100% linen, 100%, 100% on them. And if it's not 100%, it won't come out right. Oh, such a beautiful one. So right now I'm frogging. Guys, I'm frogging. It's just I don't want to lose all my snowflakes that I had, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm frogging. All that work. So yeah, it happens once in a while when you're not, you know. And I need to show my mistakes and my perfections. Well, not perfections, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I've been, I won't say stressed, but I've been not as happy as I normally am. And believe it or not, frogging is a distressor. Crochet is a distressor. It just gets rid of my stress, or it gets rid of. It helps me when I'm actually crocheting. Now, are you actually cotton? You feel cottony. Actually, yeah, you're cottony. Are you cottony? Yeah, you're definitely cottony. Just let me feel. Yeah, they're cottony. So yeah, it does happen. Sometimes you have to take them apart if it doesn't look right. My sampler, my sampler's turning out gorgeous, like 100% gorgeous. I'm doing a sampler for someone, and it's turning out beautiful. So yeah, I'll be quick. I'm already on my third one of frogging. Won't take me long. And I wrap it around my 2 fingers. What that does is when you're crocheting, you go over this way. Thank you. Talking to my camera. When you're crocheting and you do this part right here, I'm right now frogging, but I'm making it not into balls, but I'm making it into something, because once I'm done, I can easily pull this right here, this tab right here, and I can crochet with that, and it'll just come together, come out together and everything. So I'm here. I'm frogging. I'm not going to frog the snowflakes itself. I'm just the border. I have to frog the border. It was just bugging the living daylights out of me. Also, I'm going to show you a new thing I can do. A new thing I can do. My hope is to turn this, the added image, so awesome. My hope is to turn this. Let me add a picture so you can kind of get an idea of the picture I want on here. Well, not the picture, but you know what I mean. Camera roll. Is what you saw on the other thing. Why isn't it showing the picture? There it is. It's uploading the picture. And I can actually show my pictures up here now. Isn't that amazing? You can actually have that showing now. I love the new setup that they did. It's not going to cost me anything. This is for anyone who's been on Restream for a while. I can actually add a picture now. Look at that. My picture's up so you can see what I'm working on. Right now I'm frogging. Welcome to Riff Kids Craft Corner. Those who come in, hope you're having a beautiful day. It is rainy here in Australia. And what I do with this, and the reason why I do it this way is when you do frog, you see this little spot right here. All I have to do is just pull it out like this, and it's done. Easy peasy. When I go and crochet again. So we are looking for the beginning area. So yeah, I'm going to frog for a little bit because of the fact that it's... Oh, Murgles, why can't I say this one? Found it. Took a little bit of time to find it, but I found it. So yeah, I am frogging at the moment. That way I don't lose all the work I already worked on. Does that make sense? I don't have to make more snowflakes. What I mean by that is I still have to make more snowflakes, but what I mean is I don't have to make more snowflakes as in redo snowflakes. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So this one's acrylic on the outside. On the inside is cotton. But what do you think? Do you like that idea of that picture being up? That's what I can do now. Like when I'm doing the gaming, I can actually show you what game I'm gaming and show a picture of it. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's a brilliant idea. And they fixed it where you can actually show the picture of what you're doing. And I can even fix it where maximize or minimize. Just thought you would like to see the new changes on Restream. I use Restream all the time.
I'm not going to 10 until 2. What's that? We're going to go to 10 at 2. I've got another appointment with APM. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get to see me every 2 weeks.
Okay. It's the acrylic one that's giving me a problem or giving me jip of wanting not to come apart. The acrylic, the other one that's a thicker one will not give me jip, but this one's giving me a little bit of jip. So right now I am frogging, but I will be back to crocheting shortly. I just had it's been bothering me. I don't know how to explain it. I kept looking at it and I'm like, this doesn't look right to me. But we will crochet. I'm still going to crochet. And another thing is I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, why don't I just do crochet as you go? Meaning when I'm done with the making the border, keep doing it, add the border, add the border, add the border, but do it in a way that it's crochet as you go. If that makes sense. So I have to get an idea how I want to do the crochet as you go, but I kind of understand now how to do crochet as you go. I'm talking about when it comes to doing the borders. Let go of my finger. Let go of my finger. Thank you. And sometimes the yarn does not let go of your finger. And this is cotton. So how I can tell cotton from the other, yeah, this is acrylic, this is cotton. I can tell the difference. I can feel it I can feel it. I kept thinking to myself, what is wrong with this picture? Why does it feel off? I can fix it. That's no problem. I can look like this right here. Now I'm even Steven. But do you like the way I have that picture in there? I have a new, I wanted to show you. This is a new setup with so there you go. It gives you an idea. I can make it that big, or I can even make it this big. I have ways I can do things on this. Isn't that cool? I haven't figured out how to move the picture to being smaller and me bigger. Okay, well, I'll do it this way then. That's no problem. Thank you very much, Audie. That always helps me. You know it does. Always helps me. Right now I'm frogging. I have to frog. Ugh. But the good news is I don't have to recrochet the snowflake itself, which is good, right? So that's yeah. What's funny is we're supposed to go to an appointment. Jeff and I both are to go to an appointment. Or I could have it like that, where it's like that and it's still smaller, but it's not too small. If that makes sense. It'll look much better. But there you go. There are many options on the Restream I can do. But I can actually put a picture in now. That is amazing, because for a long time I kept wanting to put a picture in and it wouldn't let me do a picture. Not at first. And there's another snowflake. Now, what I also am doing now is to keep track of how many snowflakes. What? Yeah. They started it last week, but they made it permanent this week, if that makes sense. So I can do picture in a picture so you guys can see what I'm doing, what I'm making. something I already made, but you know what I mean. So I can show you the picture of what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing gaming, I can put up the game that I'm doing so you can see what I'm doing, and it still is picture. Oh, no, my appointments are not today. Well, Jeff's appointment with his job provider is today. No. Remember I told you in the 28th of August we have to go for an appointment. We haven't gotten anything from the lawyers yet, or from whoever we're supposed to get to go to that appointment. So I don't know when we're going to be going to that appointment. I know it's soon. I know it's set up for the 28th. And hello, welcome to Rift Kids Craft Corner. To those who are just coming in, I am right now frogging. If you make a mistake, you have to frog. Well, I made a mistake, so I'm frogging at the moment. It won't take me long, I promise. I'm almost halfway through, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We haven't heard back from them at all, and they want us to come to that appointment, but we haven't heard anything about the situation. So, and if you're wondering why I do it like this is when I'm done, I can use the middle one. This one right here, I can use to recrochet in. So yeah, sometimes you have to frog things. You have to admit your not defeat, but you have to admit when you made a mistake or if you used the wrong type of material. And I admit it. I'm not perfect. Nope, not perfect at all. And that's the thing. Even when you're working with resin, you have to show your mistakes. Even when you're crocheting, you have to show your mistakes. Like if you make a mistake, you're like, "Oops. Well, that means I have to frog." Almost done with that one. Yay, it's getting less and less and less on the frogging. Yeah, I mean, it's what's the word I'm trying to say? Jeff and I are like, "What? When are we supposed to go to this appointment? How are we supposed to go to this appointment on the 28th? How? You want us to go to this appointment, but you're not letting us or giving us info. And we should be hearing from yep, it is being a little cantankerous. Normally it doesn't act like this. Okay, let it go. Let it go. Yep, okay. Just give me a minute. It just got stuck. I have to figure out what's going on with it, but it just got stuck. I'm not happy about that. So, yeah, was I planning on frogging today? No. But, whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Are you the problem child here? Aha! We finally got rid of it. There we go. There we go. Took me a bit there because it was like stuck. It was like, I'm not gonna let go. I'm not gonna let go at all. I don't want to let go. I want this one. No. Am I happy I have the frog? No. But if you're looking at your project and you're like, what in the world did I do wrong? And you're feeling it, and it's like, it doesn't feel like cotton. And if it doesn't feel like cotton, don't keep it on. And that's my philosophy. That's my thoughts. That's my thought pattern. Now to go find it again. Okay, here we go. And we're on the last one. Well, not the last one, but I have about this many more left to frog. And then we'll go back to our regularly crochet program. Programming. What did you do? What in the world did I do to this? Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to figure out what I did to this. Why it's not coming apart like it normally does. There we go. Finally. Was I planning on frogging today? Not really. I was planning on crocheting. But if something doesn't look right after a certain amount of time, you're like, wait a minute, and you feel it and it doesn't feel right. Yeah, it's like, why? There we go. That's more like it. Now it's going. There we go. Don't worry, I'll be using this again later. Okay, what did I do with it? Okay, what happened to the little... Haha, found ya. Okay, so that's what's going on. We got it now. And then I always save my yarn so for other projects. I can use this yarn for something else. Don't throw it away. I can actually use it in resin too, by the way. I've done it before. I made a resin project with yarn. That was fun. It almost looked like a What did that resin project look like? It almost looked like a cave drawing. That was quite cool looking too. Wasn't it, Audie? Cave drawing? Yeah. Hello, welcome to Rift Kids Craft Corner. Those who are coming in, I hope you are having a beautiful, beautiful day. It is rainy here in Australia. It is cold here in Australia. And there is flooding, not over here as far as I know, although we might have to move the chickens. I just had this odd feeling we need to move the chickens today after live or after Jeff's appointment or something like that. Jeff has already written, how many books have you written, honey? 5?
Well, let's go through them. First one is The Merchant's Quest.
Well, the Merchant's Quest you're doing in 2 books.
No, Merchant's Quest is Merchant's Quest all by itself is the first one.
Okay.
Second one was Starlight.
Right.
Third one was The Merchant's Wife.
Right.
Fourth one just completed. We changed the name of.
Yeah,
To The Merchant's Plans.
The Merchant's
4.
Plans, yeah.
Starting number 5.
And now he's on number 5.
Of which I've already written 5 paragraphs. Each book more than 70,000 words.
Well, how many pages would that be?
Pages? I don't know. Pages vary because I don't have page breaks in, but I'll open one if I can. Yeah,
I'm very quick. Yeah, Jeff is working hard on those books. So far he's going to be on number 5, are you, or on number 6?
I'm just going to change this to Merchants. Up the top here.
Merchant's Plans, yeah.
This is page 1 of 193. Mind you, the first page of the 193 is like where I've recorded people in the book so that if I have to refer to them again, I can just go back to the top of the page.
Yeah.
So it's still 192 pages.
192 pages. That's just the first book.
No, that's the most recent book.
Yeah, okay, that's the 4th book?
4th book.
The 4th book.
Yeah.
192 pages.
One of the things that's concerning me, number 1, I haven't finished the whole story yet. There are at least 2 books to go.
And there's 2 more books he needs
As
to
in
write.
This one, number 5, and then number 6. At least those 2.
Yep.
Because number 5, I should wrap up everything that's happening with the merchant and his friends. And then number 6 should be the final showdown.
There we go.
Hopefully. Where I tie everyone back in. But I could nearly spend a whole book on gathering all the people back together. Quite seriously. Because they've gone everywhere.
And you would have to find them all.
Well, I would have to skip over an entire section on how circumstances for the merchant's wife has changed. Because she's going to become not hugely powerful, but differently powered, shall I say. Turning her into a mystic, as you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I only just started the journey with Starlay, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I can ignore those 2, as in how do they become the way they become by the time they show up for the final. I kind of don't want to do that. I want to touch base with them again. Although I really do think I'll ignore what's happening with the I might have to write short stories or something later explaining
Yeah.
what they went through.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
But for now, no. I think we have to go through what the merchant does now, because he's going to be on his own now for a while. And he's going to be dealing with some really nasty people.
Hmm.
So he's not wanting to expose anyone to danger, as it were, except himself. And
Yep.
he's going to be doing a lot of things he doesn't want to do, but he's been ordered to. So there's that. You know, for a project, dear, you should do this.
Yeah, I plan on doing one of those.
Do that.
I have to get the right material I want for it, but yeah.
I mean, the material is actually here. You just have to get another clip and sew it back in.
No. I'm
You want
making a
whole
new one.
Whole new one.
Yeah, I'm making a new one.
If people want to see what I'm just randomly talking about, which is off camera, do you want to show them?
Sure.
This is a seatbelt thing.
This is a seatbelt thing they usually use for children. I use it for myself.
It makes it more comfortable to wear the seatbelt, basically.
It keeps the thing off of your neck.
Yeah, the shoulder strap.
The shoulder strap. Okay, where is it? There it is.
The other issue is if I write something in Australia, it is automatically copyrighted.
Yeah.
But if I write something for the USA, I have to get it copyrighted, just in case someone tries to steal it. And I'm sorry, I've heard too many stories of people having their stuff stolen by American artists.
Yeah.
Including publishers.
Yep. So he's planning on getting it copyrighted in America. It's already automatically copyrighted in Australia, but he's going to have it copyrighted in America because it's for other people to go look at too. So, and UK too. So, yeah. He's been writing a lot of books. And I think once he gets them published, I think it's just going to be a great seller. That's what I think.
I could even write a short story about their trip from Araba to Reth.
Yep.
I didn't. Would have taken up even more room.
Yep.
I'm just going to, this is how they started. This is where they are now, a couple of months later. This person has advanced in this way. This person has advanced in that way. This person is now considered an apprentice rather than just a traveling companion.
Yep.
I just,
Yep.
said, people can change in 2 months.
Yep.
Make a bunch of 4 people go camping for 2 months and face all kinds of odds and see how they come out. Which is what they've been doing, effectively.
Yep. Okay, there we go. And I only have 4 more to do. Woo! We're getting closer and closer to the end of that.
Yeah, but that
Frogging.
192 pages.
The frogging needs to be done. When you're looking at something and you're like, this just doesn't look right, 2, 4. I have 6 more to do. And then we're going to go for the crochet.
And the other thing is too, I've been doing is people come in and they have bit parts.
Yeah.
And then they're gone again.
Yep.
And I don't, if they were important parts when they appeared.
But they're not important anymore.
Like the guards that arrested a couple of them.
Yeah.
They were important. They could have chosen to try to run away from them or fight them, but it probably wouldn't have been a good idea.
Yep. And then there's the backstory of Dina.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow. I know you want a story on that one.
Oh yeah, there's a backstory of her. And is she going to be part of the
Oh, no.
attack?
No, God, no.
No. Okay.
No, she doesn't want to expose herself to danger. She's the type of people who go, this needs to be doing. Yeah, jolly well go and do it. I'm going to stay here, but with my glass of wine and my nice fireside and nice chicken voulet dinner or something.
Yeah, another thing we thought about doing is a manga.
It would work better as a graphic novel.
Yeah, it just says it would work better as a graphic novel.
Yeah, if I could get someone to draw it for me, that would be great.
So he has a lot going on in his mind at the moment. So close to being done on this. Like I said, as if it doesn't want to be a pain in the bum. Ha, gotcha. There we go. So yeah, I'm doing the frogging for a reason, guys. I looked at my stuff and I'm like, this just doesn't look right to me. Yeah, she's the not it person. Not it. You guys do it. I'm not going to do it. That's pretty much what she is. Yeah, if you read my husband's writing, you would understand. And he's he's a very strong reader. He loves reading books. So writing a book is easy for him. Because
I probably surprised you with the water elemental's voice, didn't I?
Yeah. He did the voice of the water elemental. This is the thing. I think he could be an easy voice actor. I mean, he has that voice. And he can change his voice up so many times. It's not funny.
So, give you an example. This is how a water elemental's voice would sound, according to what I think. Hello, how is everyone doing today? It's a nice fine day here.
A nice fine day with a lot of rain.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good weather for a water elemental.
Yeah. It's almost monotone, but not.
You've got to kind of puff air through it as you speak.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Make a gurgling sound at the back of your throat.
My husband's very good at
I mean, I'm sure people can copy it if they think about it.
Yeah. But I don't think I ever heard anyone do that. Not even on Critical Role.
Well, they didn't have to most of the time.
No.
And some of them can do sounds I can't.
Yeah.
One of them can make convincing bird noises.
Oh, of course.
I'm like, how did you? Never mind. It's like sitting there going, how did you do that? I can't figure that out. But it might be possible that if I did that in front of them, they might just go, do that again, and then tell me how you did it. I don't know if anyone's reacting that way online.
No. One thing I think you should do is talk to Critical Role and do that little voice acting there.
Possibly.
I really think he could become a voice actor. He has that voice. And he's quite He's quite handsome.
Thank you, dear.
Well, we were listening to a couple of mangas, and it's like one of them is like doesn't sound right, and then the other is like he changes his voice a couple times, but not really, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And Jeff's like, I can do better on that. On several different people, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm. I can.
He believes he can actually do better than some of those voice actors, even on mangas.
Oh, it's listening to some of them is. Why were you hired?
I know. It was like
Now, to be fair, some of them are really good, and some of them do, in fact, have the ability to alter their voice in register, as in they can make it deeper or
higher.
yeah. What do they say? Deeper and higher, and not like deeper and shallower, or higher and lower. Higher and lower makes more sense to me.
Uh-huh. But I do believe that if he tried to read someone else's work and did their voice acting, oh my word, they would fall in love with his voice. They would fall in love with his voice. Not realizing my husband's like, in his 50s. He still sounds like a young man. Don't you, baby? Very young. The frogging is almost done, guys. I promise. And then to crochet. Not that frogging is not crocheting. Guess because it's in the what? Not along the neck. Oh, you're talking about that water elemental he did? Yeah, he just changes his voice. There was one he read to me one time, almost ruined his voice. Was not happy about that. Have you, if you're a crocheter, have you ever looked at your crochet and say, it doesn't look right to me, so you have to frog? That's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just doing it very quickly, getting it done, so I can go back to crocheting. So we're frogging. Oh, true. Maybe. But yeah, he's gotten he's on his 5th book right now. It's going to be a trilogy. It's going to be a trilogy, isn't it, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's going to be fantasy. Well, sort of fantasy. It's more D&D, but fantasy. But yeah. I'm going fast here. Woohoo! 4 more to go. And then we will do crochet. The ones that was a little cantankerous to take apart was the This is a little easier because it's a thicker thread. See how thick that thread is? It's thicker. So it's easier to take apart. I'm going fast. As fast as I can go. You can only go the speed that you can go. So how long did it take me to frog? I would say it's taken me almost an hour. Almost. Because I started at 22 minutes to do the frogging. I was making a decision at that time. So it's almost been an hour frogging. So fast. We're almost done with this one, and then we only have 3 more to go. Woohoo! Getting less and less. It actually feels better, if that makes sense. Feels better if you think you've done wrong, not done wrong, but if you think and you look at it and it's not all cotton and you're like, do I really want this on my bed? That's pretty much how I am. It's like I looked at it and I'm like, do I really want part acrylic and part cotton on my bed? First words that came out of my mouth is, not really. So done. Now we're on number 2, and we're on number 3, and then we'll be on number 2, and then we'll be on number 1, and then we'll be on crochet. All that work I did on it, but that's okay. I can work things out, right? Right. If something doesn't look right to you, you need to take care of it quickly. That's what I've learned in my crochet life, my crochet part of the thing. Now, I am actually going to be doing a hand sewing later on. Not right now, but later on, I'm going to be doing a hand sewing, and I'm going to be sewing my arms, and I'm planning on making a kimono. This is actually going to be for my bed. It's a quest bed. And I'm also going to do crochet, what you call crochet along. Meaning it'll be crochet as you go. That's what I'm going to use to finish this off. Going so fast on this, it's not funny. And it just clicked off. No. Let go of my finger. Let go of my finger. Let go of my finger. Talking to the yarn. I like that. I want to separate the ones that are not, that definitely are acrylic, to the ones I'm not sure about. So, yeah. We're on number 2. And then we'll be on number 1. And first things first, you unhook it on the bottom part. And then you go, boom. See, it's easy. Easy to frog. Very easy. And I think the reason why it's called frogging is it sounds like a frog. Audie can confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's because it sounds like a frog when you're like I don't think it sounds like a ribbit, but I don't know. But frogging. Keep going. And then we're on the last one after this one. Then we can go back to crocheting. Won't that be fun? Okay. Let go. Whoa, you did not. I don't know the origin. I don't know why they call it frogging in the first place. It's quite fun. Well, not really. But hey, look, I'm almost done with this. I'm now on the last one, and then I can count these as I go. And I use a little, okay, so I figured out how to keep everything together so I know what's going on. Why are you doing that? Thank you. And you don't hold that. You go there. Fine. Frogging, we will go. Frogging, we will go. Yep. It's not making sense. It's been raining here. Heavy rains almost seem like. Last night it rained really hard. And the girls have been laying their egg, but they laid their egg in the wrong spot one time. And it's like, why did you lay there? Couldn't you have laid it up in the box instead of where you laid it? Okay, we're on the last one for the frogging, and then we are going back to crochet. I think I did pretty good on the frogging. Told you it was not much. We're on the last one. This is the last one to frog, and then we go to crochet. And we're going to crochet snowflakes. Snowflakes. But I'm using I'm using 100% cotton, as you can see right there. I'm not sure you can see it, but it says 100% cotton. That's what I'm using. So, and then we'll finish the crocheting. Woohoo! We're getting somewhere. Well, what happened was I was looking at it. Something fell off. Exactly. So I'm going to do all the snowflakes first before I do the border. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the border a different way. The border I'm planning on doing, not the border, but it's still going to be the hexagon, but it's called hexagon as you go. Crochet as you go. Basically, we will be putting the border on it, and then we're going to crochet it onto the other one and just keep going that way. Now, what colors am I going to go with the border? I don't know. It'll come to me when the time comes. But we will get it done. Well, we are getting somewhere. We're on the last bit of the thing, and then we can go back to the crocheting bit. But I kept looking at it, and it just was driving me nuts. And that one I was telling you about, Audie, she loved how it turns out, how it's turning out. She's like, oh, you will get it done. I'm like, yeah, I will. The tester person, she's like, you will get it done. Yeah, I will. I'm not one that just says forget it. I'm pretty quick when it comes to crochet. Okay, we are back to crocheting, guys. And this is called a double crochet cluster. Then three stitches, then double crochet cluster. I will do maybe when we move to our new place, I'll do instructional of how to do certain things or how I do things. Number one, I don't do those, what type of stitches are they called, where you do 3 stitches and then start it off again. I don't do that anymore. I do what you call a twist, and then I go again. For the double crochet cluster, it works so well. Then 3 stitches, the double crochet cluster. I'm having fun. Are you? And I call this the flower stage because it looks like it's a flower when you're getting there. And then you do the arms. These are technically the arms, but they look like flowers at the moment. I could stop here, but I'm not because I'm making snowflakes for a bed. 1, 2, 3. And when you're working on a bed, a queen size bed, you measure your bed to give you an idea, and then you try and get an idea of how many snowflakes you need. Now you want it to go over your one side and over the other side, if that makes sense. So you want it to, when you're making your bed cover, and then you also have to make a border around the whole thing when it's done. At least that's my thoughts. Oh, I almost messed up there, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, and then you go here with a single crochet. That's the thing. Sometimes I'm going too fast for my own good. Getting a drink. So most of the program was frog. I did some frogging. Once I did the frogging, I'm going back to my crochet. I love working on snowflakes. They're so easy, actually, once you understand how to do them. So easy. But like I said, and I put a disclaimer up so people will know that it's not really an instructional video. It's my, basically I talk through the whole thing. Telling you about my life and what it's like in Australia and different things. My husband always comes in, says hi, leaves a little note saying he's here, and then he'll go. That's something my husband does. It's called giving me support. Woohoo! That's good. And then one more. Awesome. And then there's that. Then 1, 2, 3. One. And then 1, 2, 3. Then we go here, single crochet. And 1, 2, 3. Then I do what you call a hidden stitch. I feel it makes it more professional looking. Even if it is being made by me, it's more professional. I do a hidden stitch. And that is done. Now what I do is I'll actually twist, 2 twists. I don't do more than that. And now I'm going into the double crochet cluster. One stitch, double crochet cluster. Anyway, love crocheting. It's actually a favorite pastime of mine. Finish it there. Then you do 3 stitches to make the picot. The size hook I'm using is the 5.5 millimeter. I love using this hook because it's well, when it's not my favorite color, but it's easy to handle. I was doing a 4 millimeter one time. It's tiny. I can handle it fine, but it's tiny. 1, 2, 3. Then you go here, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3. Back to the double crochet cluster. As you can tell, there's the first part of the arm, and you're making 6 arms. 6 arms. Pretty easy, actually. But like I said, I don't understand my chickens. I don't understand them one bit sometimes. Like last night, it was raining so hard, they were locked out of their chicken coop. Not because it happened, it's because the wind blew it closed. I went out to check on them, and they were getting soaked. They were getting soaked. So I quickly put them into the chicken coop, and I'm like, okay, get in there and stop getting soaked. Get in there. You don't need to be out there. And because it was raining so hard, they went in. Not even asking. They just went in. It was like, let us in. So they went in and they started drying off and everything. It's kind of funny. We have some pretty good chickens. The name of our chickens is, I'll start with the first one and then I'll tell you all of them. So the first one is Rosie. She's a sweetheart. And then after that, there is, what is it? Speckles. Reason for Speckles is because on the very, very back tail feathers, there are speckles on her tail feathers. So that's why we named her Speckles. After that is Honker. You cannot miss Honker. The reason why she's called Honker is because she sounds like a duck. She honks. Never heard a chicken honk in my life, but that one honks. After that is ombre. OMBRE, which is the color, you know how you have different colors of the spectrum. When you're an artist, you do like an ombre of colors. Well, that's why I called her ombre. It's because she had a very beautiful spectrum of colors going from a light to a dark. So that's why we named her ombre. We feel one of the chickens is being isolated by the others. Not sure why, but we'll go check on her later on. What time is your appointment, dear heart?
After 2, isn't it?
Oh, okay, good. 1, 2, 3. So that's the name of our chickens. When we move, they will be coming with us. We will be having a beautiful chicken coop made for them. That's our plan. We're also in our home. When we do get our home, we are going to have what you call a special type of bath. I'm not sure anyone knows about these baths, but they're kind of nice. They're called walk-in baths, where you walk in, you sit down, you have a shower head over you if you want, or you can take a bath. It's kind of like a Japanese style bath. So, and then you shower off all the debris, or if you had a bath, you just shower off very quickly. Get out of the bath, you walk out. You don't have to climb over anything. That's the type of bath we're planning on having. It's one that people would call a handicap bath, but it's not really a handicap bath. It's convenience in my mind. And it's sealed kind of like how, you know how a refrigerator is sealed? It has a sealant to it. Like it has something that seals it in place. And then you open it and you close it. You don't have to climb over it, and you don't get stuck, and you're sitting in the bath, you're sitting in like a chair like thing in the bath instead of sitting in like laying down. That's the type of bath we're going to get. It's pretty fun. Jeff and I discussed this, and we're like, we're going to get this. We need to. Because we're tired of just taking showers all the time.
It's not always safe.
It's not always safe, even in the showers.
No.
My father-in-law's shower, we ended up getting a shower mat, so we didn't trip, because he didn't have a shower mat in that shower, and there were several times I almost tripped. Wasn't there, dear?
Well, slipped is the word.
Slipped. Yeah, slipped. Because of how slippery it was in there. So Jeff and I was discussing what to do, and we're like, isn't there like a bath that we can actually sit in, where we don't have to climb over everything and stuff like that? So we looked into it and we found this one bath, and we're like, ooh, maybe. Maybe. So that's our plan. It's like a Japanese like styled bath, though. It'll be kind of nice. And yeah, that's one of the plans for the house. We plan on having 3 bedrooms. That's what we're also planning on having, is a 3-bedroom home. Because 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom is for our main bedroom. The other bedroom is made to be my office / crochet room, resin room, whatever you call it. The 3rd bedroom is a guest bedroom. That's our plan. So 1, 2, 3, and we are done with this one. Woohoo! Wait. 1, 2. Oops, I missed the 3rd one. And then I do what you call a hidden stitch. So I go here and here, and there's the little thing right there. And there's the hidden stitch. Done. And all you do is, there's the picot right there. I love the picots. I think they are so cool. To have a picot in it. Oh, awesome. And we're done.
I should have a shower later before I go into town.
See? There you go. And that is a snowflake. We're going to go for another one. So yeah, snowflakes are real easy once you understand how to do them. Me, I do a different type. Now, what I'll do here is I'll go in, instead of going in here and doing this one. So a lot of people go and do their slip knots like this. They go in here, go take it like this, wrap it around like that, and then do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 stitches usually. That's how they'll do it. Me, I go right here. Here's the, instead of going into this one, I go into this one. I twist it, go under, pull through, and I should have 2 loops. 2 loops, if I can get this loop to lay the way I want it. 2 loops on my hook. I go under with 1 loop, and then I go under again, because I'm starting, and this is only me who do this. I haven't seen anyone else who does this setup. So number 1, hold that. So we take it like this, and then it has 4 loops on here. You go under 2 loops right here, and you have 3 loops on the hook. Then you take and yarn over, and you put through 3 loops on the thing, and that starts your double crochet cluster. And then you do 2 stitches, and then you go back to doing a double crochet cluster. I actually came upon this idea actually from Instagram. Someone on Instagram showed me something. I was like, oh, I never thought of that. That's a brilliant idea. And the hidden stitches is even more brilliant in my book. Because if you have them hidden, then no one can see how you started your work, if that makes sense. 1, 2. You want to have 6 of these double crochet clusters to start. So there's 4 right there. 1, 2. And like I said, my instructional will probably happen when we're living in our new home, when we get our new home. We're hoping to get our new home before 2024, 25. whatever. We're in 2024. I keep forgetting we're already in 2024.
Mm-hmm. And have been for a while.
Yeah. Time flies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we were supposed to be having fun when that happens.
Are we?
The full saying is time flies when you're having fun.
Are we really having fun?
I said we're supposed to be having fun. Didn't say we were. There's a difference.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, I still think he could go and look into becoming a voice actor. And I think he would become a very prolific voice actor. Very strong in his voice acting. But there we go. And as you can tell, I just put it in and it closes up. And there's a 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 little arms there. Then you go wrap, wrap, double wrap, and then you go here and it starts the cluster. Then you do a, yep, that, and then you go that, and that's the double crochet cluster. So 2 stitches. So yarn over, you have your stitch here, yarn over, go in, under, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go under, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. Then you do 1, 2 stitches, and you go back into this and you do the same thing again. I'm enjoying my time with you guys and just talking to you and telling you what's going on in my life. And you've heard frustrations from my voice before. I try very hard not to say any bad words. Very rarely do I ever say any bad words. I have plans on doing more resin. But I've been kind of taking a breather from resin. Because I have other things I have to do. Like I want to do the clay work. I have a cute little, well, not cute, but I have, and I've been discussing about things I want to do with that clay work that I'm doing, because I'm going to be working on a displacer beast, but I'm actually thinking of making this displacer beast have wings. I know it sounds weird. How to make it happen, I don't know. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it. I'll just do it. I still was quite surprised at how well the Manticore came out. It came out really good. Didn't it, dear?
The displacer beast?
Well, the displacer beast, the black one, turned out really good.
Yes, got there eventually.
But this time I want to make certain the paws has claws on it. So that's my goal. And there's my loving husband. He came in to give me a little bit of support, saying, I'm here. I'm always here for you, my love. That's what you do. And I would do the same when he does his podcast. He hasn't started his podcast.
We don't have a proper time for it. When am I ever going to do it? I can't.
I think we'll probably start the podcast when we get to our new home. I think that's what will happen.
Well, for one, yeah, we'll be able to set these things up so I can have my podcast going while yours is going if you want.
Yeah.
Or we could just make it start on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do once a week on Saturday mornings if you want.
Yeah, that would work. Staying at my father-in-law's has been, all I'm going to say is it's been...
Can't be organized here.
No. We try and get organized and we get told, oh, we're going to have a guest here. So we have to leave the room. And then it gets unorganized. And
yeah, because we have so much stuff. Remember, we used to live in a 5-bedroom house.
We used to live in a 5-bedroom house over in Clifton.
Okay. We are using 2 bedrooms.
And we're using 2 bedrooms.
But when guests arrive, we have to clear out one of the bedrooms.
And when guests comes in?
I think they can hear me, dear. I don't think you need to...
Oh, okay. So, that's what's been going on in our lives. It is not easy living here. So yeah, it's been a toughy time to live here. But we'll make it. We always do. My husband and I talk about everything and we'll make it. We'll get to our destinations. In the end, we will do our destinations and do what's right. So I'm still working on the teeth of the displacer beast. I am still working on the what am I doing? 1, 2. Why am I doing that?
Oh, I've had days like that, dear. Why am I doing this?
No. What happened was I went off the rail there.
I just remembered one other thing I did have to do, though.
What?
Last time APM gave me homework, if you'll recall.
What was your homework?
List all my skills.
Well, your skills, you're a writer. That's your skill.
A very specific skill list. Won't actually take me very long to do. And ideally, I could have taken it in last time if I'd had it done. But I didn't. So I haven't.
And being here kind of helped you remember.
Well, I'm going to just quickly fill it out. It's very useful, the fact that they have... By the way, you still have one of my pens. That they gave it to me in checklist form. So I can just check off whatever skills I think I have. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And the pen is right there.
I'm holding this one. Oh, see, thank you. Put this one back then.
So 1, 2, 3.
I think I need somewhere to... This is not clean. I'm going to go down to the island bench and tip it.
Okay, dear.
Or maybe here, this will do. This is a much better surface for my flat.
And that's another thing. In the new home, we're going to actually have our our washing machine, not washing machine, but you know what I'm talking about when you're doing your dishes and stuff. We're going to have it at our height. Having a sink that is shorter than you is so hard on your back. Trust me on that. Even my husband complains about it now. He used to not, but he does now since he's 2 and 3. Don't keep doing that, Riv. Talking to myself on my crochet. I keep wanting to do the what I keep wanting to do, it's kind of funny, is I want to keep doing this part right here. This part right in there is what I want to keep doing, and I'm like, I'm on number 3. Stop doing that. So, yeah. The 1, 2, 3. And then one more. So needed something to wet the whistle, aka I needed to get something in my not my stomach, but in my mouth to keep it nice and comfortable when I talk, so I can talk without getting dry mouth or whatever it's called. So that's what I was doing. 1, 2, 3. Do I have enough? I think I have enough for the whole thing. I think so. And what do I do with the extras if I have enough? Or if I have a little bit too much? I'll actually save the extras for later on something else. That's why you have scraps. They have one where you can do like 1 skein of yarn. I'm not one of those type of people that does 1 skein of yarn, but like little bits here and there, use them up in another crochet project or something. I've done that. And we are almost done with that one. So what happens is you're doing the it looks like you're doing a flower at first. This is the 3rd row, and the 3rd row looks like a flower to me. Then one more row. Then you go here, and you go there. Then 1, 2, 3. And like I said, I got the 3 done there. I go over here. I take my crochet hook, and I make certain I go through 2 little sections here. One here and one there. And you should have a loop underneath, and you have 2 loops on the top. And this is where you do the hidden stitch. Take it like that, and you hide it. And then you got it right there. And right now, if you look at this, it looks like a flower. Would you not agree? Then you do 1, 2 flips or 2 twists. I do it different than some people. Some people do. I want to learn to do it correctly. But I do it differently than others. And then do 3 stitches to make your picot. Now what will happen is I'll actually make a border but the border is going to be 3 separate different colors. Like one will have dark blue, another will have this blue right here. Isn't that a pretty blue? That blue. And one will have like a periwinkle blue. That's what I'm thinking of. And then you do 3 stitches. 1 crochet, 3 stitches, 1 crochet, 3 stitches, double crochet clusters. Then boom. I'm hoping I have enough. I'm hoping. I already just did 1, so hopefully it won't take me long. Well, I have plenty of yarn, don't get me wrong. And it feels better knowing that I did what I did. I know it sounds probably doesn't make sense, but I have an idea, and I'm hoping it goes through the way I'm planning on going. I felt better knowing that I did that frogging and it's gone. That part's gone. It's not going to bug me anymore. If that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet. I'm hoping I have enough yarn so I don't have to go through another yarn. Think this might be enough, but we'll see, because we have 3 more areas to do after this. 1. So, yeah. There we go. 1. I think the thing is, ever since I started doing the sampler, it's got me in the mood to maybe do the same sort of setup, but different for the blanket. And I'm hoping to get this done before the end of this winter season. So it's going to go on my bed, and it's going to look really cute on my bed, and I'm going to be very happy with it. So for a queen size bed, you have to have 144 snowflakes. If you don't have 144, it won't come out right. And I have 100. I don't even have 144 yet. I've been slacking, I guess you could say. I've been slacking, like really slacking. I think this will be perfect amount, actually. So, yeah, I've been slacking, and I'm trying to get my 144 done. That way, when I get the 144 done, it will be easy to make the border. I know it's not border. A border is different from a, but I'm making a hexagon. So I'm talking about the border of the hexagon is what I mean. It's the hexagon that goes around the snowflake. One, two, three. Then you go here, do the same thing. I love doing the crochet though. I'm very extremely excited about the sampler. I have only 4 more hexagons to do on that, and that will be done. And then I have to do the border, the real border around it. And the same way with this snowflake one. What type of border should I put around it? Should I put like a picot? Should I put like a unique type of border around it? What should I do when I make this blanket? Should it have a beautiful border around it? Should it be plain? Those are things that's going on through my mind. And I think I have just the right amount of white. I'm very happy about that. I think I can do it. Yay! I was concerned for a second. I was like, I don't know if I have enough. Nope, I have enough. And then I have enough extra for later for something else. So that's not bad, huh? You're looking at your yarn. What am I doing? Also, it's important to pay attention to what you're doing.
Well, that's that bit sorted.
I was looking at what I just did and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Oh. I almost did like I don't know what I did. But I stopped myself because I'm trying to get this part done. And 1, 2, 3. So what skills did you do, Dilip, on?
Oh, there's a whole list, sweetie. There's 4 pages.
Wow.
I'm not going to run through the whole 4 pages while you're doing your live.
Yes, dear. And I think we have just the right amount, guys. Just the right amount. Woohoo! 2 and 3. And then we start up on another skein of yarn. 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Stop there. Go to this. Do what you call a hidden crochet stitch, because that's how I do it. I love doing the hidden. I do things a little different than others. Some people go, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, I'm going to do what I do. That's how I do things. I'm going to do it the way I do it. And there you go. As you can tell, that looks like a snowflake. Well, sort of. It's not completely done until I do the look of that. But it gives you an idea. Now, I have all this extra yarn right here. I'm not going to use this extra yarn because I don't have enough. And I don't want to. So I'm going to wrap this around my arm. Wrap this around my finger like this. And use it for something else later on. Or use it for something else. Like I can make a granny square out of it or something else. There we go. And it feels good that it's all used up. It's not enough to make another snowflake with. That's the only problem. That's why I'm doing it this way, because it doesn't have enough to do another snowflake with. So that's that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you is how I separate them so you know if, because I want to do 30, I'll have 90, which is good because when you have 90, that's going to be a good thing. This is a lot right here, but this is just to give you an example. So I'm going to use my small crochet hook right here, and this is to keep count. You know, you want to keep count of how many you have. So I'm going to use this one right here, which is a dark blue. And I'm going to take this right here, wrap it around right here, do that. Now I'm going to make certain it's long enough because I'm going to be doing something special with this little area right there. Then I'm going to take this, hold it, do one stitch, and then I'm going to take this, and this is just to do the count of them. So this is the number 2. So it's not in my way. Number 3. And I'm doing by the count of 30. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. This is just to count how many I have. So 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And when I get to the number 10, I do 1, 2, 3, 4. That way it keeps track of every 10. And then I go here, 1. I start counting again, 1. 2. I'll make certain this is the right side. 2. 3. And once you get whoa, what happened here? Sorry guys, I noticed something. That's not good. Don't know why that happened, but okay.
30 mil in the gauge.
1, 2, 3. Yep. Hidden stitch. this and tighten. That was kind of weird that it came apart. Now where am I? Ah. Sometimes you have to catch them. So this has, no, that's not it. Where's my count? There. So we're on number 2. We were going to do number 3, and then I found a little mistake, and I fixed that mistake real quick. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Yeah, 7's right there. 8. 9. Yeah, 9. 10. And this is one way you can keep track of how many you have. Is you can do this little string like this. So I have, if you look here, and I'll show you why I have it done like this. If you look here, we're at 10. Okay. If you look here, there's a string of 10 each on this thing right here. Now, it's not going to look like that, but this is just so I can keep track of how many I have. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what I'm going to do here is, this is not done. So we're going to mark it with a little hook like this. It's my dolphin hook. I use this one. Believe it or not, this is actually what you call an earring holder, or you put it in your ear. I'm using it as my hooks. And see, I have a dolphin on it. And that keeps the count, so you know how many you have of your snowflakes. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. Sometimes these are hard to get out, but this time this one just came out with ease. Do you like my idea of how I do the snowflake, the count of the snowflakes? So that keeps me tracking how many snowflakes I actually have. So I go by a count of 10 each. That's what I usually do. So I can keep track of how many snowflakes I have. And I want to get all these snowflakes ready so I can make the rest of the crochet. There you go. And then you do 2 more. And then you go and do double crochet cluster. So we just what I did there was a count of how many I have. So I have 30 plus 20 equals 80. I have 80 done. Now, I have other ones done too. Sorry. I have other ones done too. But the problem is they're a different color and they are not what I was after. After a lot of thinking, okay, do I really want this on my bed? And I came up with, no, I want to have 100% white snowflakes on my bed. If that makes sense. So I was like looking at it and I'm like, I did. Yep, that's what I'm going to do right now. So, but it helps me understand what I've done wrong or how I've done things wrong or if I did anything wrong. It just clears up my mind. No, clears up my mind. That makes no sense. It clears up the misunderstanding in my mind, if that makes sense. So, yeah. So that is by itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're on the last one of this. And yeah. Now, let's say I get something in the mail. Do you want me to wait until gaming day to do the reveal? For said said situation? So there should be exactly 6 on here. Yep, there's 6. Now, what I do is I usually lift this up, 1, 2, flick it around, go here, and we're gone. Do you like that idea, Audie, where I just do the reveal on the day I get the item, or do you want me to wait until my gaming day to do that? One, two. Okay. So I have something coming in the mail. That one thing that's coming in the mail is quite important to me. I think it's kind of cute, to be honest. I will go and do beading. I haven't forgotten about that, but I have to do this part right here, and beading can be part of my, like, instead of crocheting, I can do beading. That's another thing I can do. One, two. One, two. 1, 2. Pardon me. Okay. We're getting there. So, yeah, I was thinking of doing some beading work after doing the crochet, or going straight into learning how to, not learning, but doing the hand sewing. Not that I don't want to do my sewing machine, but I haven't figured out how I can do the sewing machine on live. I've looked at my sewing machine, which is far away from me right now. And hand sewing is sort of like a, I don't know what you call it. It's one of those dying arts, believe it or not. It's dying. Like, people don't want to hand sew. They want to use a sewing machine. Well, before sewing machines even existed, they did hand sewing. I kind of want to bring it back. I like hand sewing. It just puts me in a good mood, and it helps me distress. Also, I have a lot of things that help me distress, though. Don't I, dear? So 1, 2 twist, go here, here, and here. Then you go again. And done. And 1, 2, 3. And this is the one that will go into like a cute little flower look. Now, I could stop at the flower. I can stop at the flower, but will I? No, because I want it as a snowflake, not as a flower. And then 1, 2, 3 stitches, single crochet, and then 1, 2, 3 again. One, 2, 3. Then that. Who knew when I first started crocheting that I would enjoy it so much? Believe it or not, when I was growing up, my grandmother tried to teach me crochet, but she taught me wrong. I only learned how to do what you call the, I used to call it the braid. I don't know the starting, well, Mergles, what is it called? I would call it the braid because it looked like the braid, but it's, what is it called though? Beginning stitches or the chain stitch. And when I learned the chain stitch, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I like it. And then my grandmother stopped because she taught me the chain stitch, but she didn't teach me the rest of the crocheting. She just stopped at the chain stitch. That's how far I got when I was being taught by my grandmother. When I went into crochet is I came into Australia. I was over in New South Wales, I believe. And there was a group of ladies that was like, I can teach you how to really crochet if you want to learn. I'm like, sure. So they go and they're like, okay, well, this is how you do it. And then they started teaching me how to uh do the real crochet, like the single crochet and the double um crochet. And then there's the triple crochet, and they taught me all the basics. Once I learned that, one thing they told me when I was crocheting, they're like, "You have the" I've never met anyone who has perfect, what is it called? Where perfect tension. But you have perfect tension. I'm like, not attention, tension, like your crushed. Oh, Mergles, I'm trying to say the right thing. You know, when you're doing crochet, you have that perfect tension in the yarn. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is the way I always done it, even when I was just doing chain stitches. Go that's rare to have someone who goes perfect tension right away. Okay. I remember that being told to me. They said you have perfect tension. I'm like, thank you. Usually someone who learns how to crochet actually does very tight tension, if that makes sense. But when I was trying to learn how to crochet by somebody else, they didn't teach me about increases and decreases. So I didn't know about you had to increase at the end and then decrease. There was a lot of things I learned when I came to Australia. They actually took good care of me here and taught me very good techniques. And we are on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. You didn't go where I wanted you. Yep. There. Then I go into the hidden stitch. So yeah, to have someone tell me I had perfect tension, I'm like, what do you mean I have perfect tension? It's like, you have perfect tension. I've never met anyone who went right straight into the correct tension. I'm like, oh, well, guess, thanks. So, thought you would like to hear that. But when I was being taught by my grandmother, she didn't teach me about the increasing or decreasing. So it's quite interesting. There we go. And 1, 2, and 3. Get in here and done. So 1, 2. 3. We're doing really good on time too, because I'll be done with this shortly. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then back to doing this. So right now I'm doing the arms, or what you call the arms of the crochet. Of the arms of the crochet or the arms of the and we're going pretty fast. I'm not overly fast, but I'm fast. I remember one time someone says, this is hilarious. When I was, someone told me, oh, I don't think you'll get your project done or this sampler done. And I'm like, you don't know me. One time I had to go give a shawl to someone, and I only had one night to do the shawl in. One night, guys, one night. That shawl was done in that one night. And no, I didn't stay up late or anything. I mean, it was done during that day. Making a shawl is not that hard, but sometimes you have to do it in 2 days. But mine, I did in one night or one day. That's all I did. It's one day and it was done. I didn't even stop the crocheting at all while Jeff was driving over to the place that we were going to. I was crocheting very fast. He can tell you how lickety split I was going. He says you're moving faster than you ever done before. I'm like, well, we're gonna be there in like 30 minutes, and I need to have this completely done. It was a present for someone, and I wanted to surprise them with it, and so that's what happened, and it happened pretty quick too. So that's the type of person I am when it comes to making things. I'm not a quitter. What happened with the sampler was I sent her a picture of the sampler, and she's like, I don't think you'll get it done in the time frame I wanted you to get it done. And I'm like, you don't know me. That's the first words out of my mouth. You don't know me. You don't know how fast I can get. When it comes to crochet, I won't say a speed demon or whatever the word is, a speeder or, speed crocheter, but I'm not slow. When you agree, Audie, I'm not slow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. I'm looking at this crochet and I'm like, wow, I'm so fast. But you get this way when you learn the basics. After you learn the basics, it's like pretty fast. Or when you learn the pattern, it's like, okay, I know what the pattern is. Okay, I understand it now. One of the learning patterns I have is I learn by visual and audio. Can't be just one or the other. It has to be both. If I don't learn it visual and audio at the same time, meaning someone has to show me and do it audibly. Once I do that, boom. I pick up so quick, it's not funny. I'm what you call a very fast learner when it comes to learning how to do things, and I pick up pretty quick. My husband can tell you he was teaching me something one time. I think it was a cooking method or something. And he was showing it to me. And after he showed it to me, I picked up so fast. It was like very quick learner. Not a joke. Ask him. He's right here. Am I right there?
What's that last bit?
When you were showing me something on cooking, and it was my first time cooking this certain dinner. You were trying to make like cloudy eggs, and you were trying to do it, and you got frustrated because it wasn't going the way you wanted it to go. So you were like, you showed me a little bit how to do it, and then right after that, I picked up so quick. I made the cloudy eggs almost to perfection. That's what he would tell you. It was almost to perfection.
Yep.
And he's like, how did you do that? I just followed your instructions. And he was frustrated. It was around the time of Mother's Day, I believe. He was doing a Mother's Day breakfast for me. To this day, he doesn't want to touch cloudy eggs. I can make it, though. Love making them. And we are on the last bit. Woohoo! Look at that, guys. And that's but that's from a lot of training. And it's almost like someone who does diamond painting. If they enjoy it and they love it, they get quick at it. And don't get me wrong, I do love diamond painting too, and I have great news to tell you. My color's on its way. That's missing. And then we will be making it into a gorgeous tray when all's said and done. And there you go. There is the next one. Now we'll go to the next one. Not bad. I was going pretty fast. Only when my hands want to go fast. It's like, I'm not going to go fast. I'll let you suffer. I'm like, you're not going to make me suffer. 1, 2. Then you go again. Okay, so that is how I've been doing my but what the world did you just do? Thank you. I didn't think you were going to do that. That's more like it. And that's another thing. Pay attention when you are crocheting. Pay attention to what you're doing, because sometimes you will, like I just did, make mistakes. There. 1, 2. Are you done growling? There we go. One, 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have to do this one. And I think I'll have this completely done before it even hits the 3 hours. But first thing I had to do was get rid of the frogging. I had to do that frogging. It was driving me nuts. And if you're working on a project and you don't like how it's turning out, you have to frog. I'm glad you guys were understanding about that frogging because I had to do the frogging. And once I did that frogging, I feel better. It looks much better, and I can say I definitely have the right amount. Okay. Then do 2 more. And you look up here. You click that. Go into this one little section right here. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep. And then you go in through there. Called the hidden stitch. Love this hidden stitch. It's one I run to all the time. Ever since I found out about the hidden stitch, I'm like, okay, I'll do the hidden stitch any day. It was a game changer. And it makes my crochet more professional in my book. So yeah. 1, 2. Back to the cluster. One, 2. One, 2. One, 2. One, 2. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing the double crochet cluster, 2 stitches, double crochet cluster, then I'm doing 2 stitches, and then I go back to doing so two double crochet clusters and 2 stitches in one. Then I do a single 2 stitches, then in another area. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, 60 mils, guys. We had 60 mils of rain. Okay. 1, 2. And last one. And then we'll be into the next one. We're doing good on time too. I'm watching the time and we're doing really good on time. Really good on time. One, 2. Then you go here. Click this right into that little section right there, and then you take this part right here and you go in here and we're done. That is the second. So as you can tell, it has 2, 4, 6 right here. And then you have 2 double crochet clusters in each little section plus a double stitch. Now we're going for the third one, which won't take me long at all because I know what I'm doing. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Instead of 2 stitches now, you're doing 3 chain stitches. Murgles. Now, the difference between that 2 stitches that I just did and this is that then on the next 3 chains, which you're doing right here, chain 3, you do a single stitch right here. It's called a single crochet. Go back to doing 3 stitches. And you go back to the double crochet cluster, 3 stitches, double crochet cluster. And that makes the flower part. Now I can easily just make this into a flower and do a double crochet, do a double crochet border around it, but I'm not going to because this is supposed to be a snowflake. Back to 3 stitches and down. Then 1, 2, 3. Double crochet cluster. Then 3 stitches. Single crochet. 3 stitches. Double crochet cluster. Three stitches in the same stitch. So 3 double crochet cluster in the same 2 stitch, 2 yeah, that one. 1, 2, 3. And the reason I count 1, 2, 3 is just so I can keep track of the count that I have to do. And then 3 stitches. And then you go double crochet cluster. But yeah, a lot is going on in mine and my husband's life right now. We don't know what will happen. We're hoping we'll be getting our home soon. But it's all up to the courts now, or not even the courts. It's up to Jeff thinks they're going to be drawing whatever you call it, dragging the chain. They know they're in the wrong, but they're trying to get out of it, I guess. They did wrong by my husband.
Yeah, we have to go at the end of this month.
Yep, at the end of this month, we have to go again to a specialist. We were hoping it would be all taken care of and we could finally get our home. That's what we were hoping. But they want to drag the chain. Then Jeff and I have to talk about how we want to have the home built. We already know what we want in the home. We know how we want it set up. But we don't know how we want it set up on the property, if that makes sense. Now, hidden stitch time. Go under. Grab this. Take this. Hide it. It looks more professional with the hidden stitch in my mind. I'm not sure anyone else would agree, but I think it does. Then we're back to doing this. We're on the last part of the arm, and we're doing good on time. Wow. I did not think it was going to go that fast. So, yeah, instruction-wise, I might not do instruction until we move to our new home. That's what I'm thinking. Because we just don't have the room. We don't have I don't have everything organized the way I want it. When we were in Clifton, everything was organized, pretty much. I knew where everything was. I knew how I wanted it done. You know, that whole rigmarole. 2, 3. Do this once. 1, 2, 3. Do this once. The reason why I have the middle part is it's going to be fun when we make the hexagon part of it. The hexagon is going to turn into a gorgeous, if you look in the picture, it's going to look like a real snowflake. Right now, don't get me wrong, it looks like a snowflake, but does it really look like a snowflake? When you think about it, does it really look like a snowflake? So, I mean, you could call these snowflakes just plain like that, but I think the picture gives you kind of the idea. Exactly, Audie, exactly. We just don't. We've been stuck here for almost 3 years. Not very happy, I'll tell you that. But we deal and we wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, I'm already on the third leg, doing really good on time. I'm checking on the time every single time I'm doing this, and it's coming out fast. But yeah, the system that we have right now, I don't have. Okay, I'm going to tell you, in the other place, I had everything where I wanted it. Everything was put in its place pretty much. I had organization. Here it's like, where's my stuff? Where's this? Where's that? Oh, Merkles, I can't find this. Oh, where is it? Where is it? When we were in Clifton, we had more organization. I knew where everything was. I knew where my dies were. I knew where my molds were, most of them. I knew where everything was. But here, in this place, no. No. I was blessed when my father-in-law said, yeah, you can have your YouTubing. I was blessed when he said that. Because I was, I wanted to keep going and keep my YouTubing going. But being here has not been fun. Not one bit. But hey, we deal with what we deal with, right? Can I handle it? Yeah, I have to. I miss my organization. I had a certain way I had things. Now and a couple of my my original what are they called? My original places where I put everything destroyed. I'm talking about the 2 dressers, right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
They got destroyed. Because of the flooding and the rain. It's in the shed. It's getting ruined in paper boxes. I'm thankful I have most of my stuff in plastic boxes.
Yeah, we thought the shed was fairly waterproof, but it turns out there's a lot of holes on the roof.
Very bad area. We did save my husband's CNC machine.
Just barely.
Just barely. Oh my word. Jeff was livid. He was livid when he realized that his CNC machine was almost ruined. He was livid. The good news is everything had plastic around on it, so it was safe.
It's inside the house now, though.
And it's inside this house right now. Because Jeff said there is no way he was going to leave it in that place.
So it's after 12?
I have 2 minutes. I'm almost done. I really am.
I'm gonna put a pie on because that'll be the fastest thing for me to deal with.
Yeah, I lost my count. Thanks.
Anytime, man.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he was livid. You don't want to ruin your CNC machine, trust me. The lathe was safe, and there was one other thing. All the computers were safe because we had them in plastic boxes, aka plastic totes. In America, we call them totes, I think, is what we call them.
And whoever packed the food that was in the fridge didn't look after it.
No.
We found it months later.
Yep. It was still frustrating.
Shoved at the back of one of the cupboards, wasn't it?
Yep. And we have to get rid of some cupboards. We're making decisions on what we're going to do, but Jeff and I have ideas of what we want our new home to look like. Because we don't want to, I mean, nothing against showers, but we want to have a bath once in a while. So we're going to have what a step-in bath, one that you can walk in, close the door, and you can sit in the bath. That's our plan. I'll show you it later on. But yeah, he was livid when it came to his CNC machine. He almost gave his dad an earful. Almost. Didn't you dare?
Oh, yeah, I'm sitting downstairs. Give me a minute. Was that?
I said, you almost gave your dad an earful.
Well, what would he have done to me if I'd nearly ruined nearly $2,000 worth of his equipment?
Oh, I know. But he doesn't consider that, does he?
No.
No.
No, he's important. We're not.
Yep. So, long story short, the sooner we get out of here, the better in my book. In both Jeff's and my book. We can't even grow food. We want to.
No, he says we can, and then he rips it out afterwards.
Oh, or he mows it
Or
down.
he mows it. Yeah.
He mows it down. We start growing food in the house, and he mows it down.
Well, not in the house.
Not in the house, but you know what I meant. Anyways, we are done, guys. Woohoo! Getting closer and closer and closer and closer to my goal. So if you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please ring the bell so you know when I upload another video. And last but not least, please comment. Just remember, I am here. I will be on Friday. What I plan on doing is keep working on this little baby. Keep working on that little baby. I'm going to work on the toes. And then next is the body. So, many blessings and shalom. I'll talk to you on Friday. My Friday, your guys' is Thursday if you're in America or Canada. In other places, I don't know. But in Australia, it's Friday. Many blessings and shalom. Bye. Should you call the consolable? What?